can't hold off any longer on making this video. Everyone's yelling, ditch The Sims, but I feel like that misses the real story, and my stance doesn't change today. Here's why. EA's sale isn't done. Regulators still have questions, and even if it closes, it won't take effect until next year. A year is a long time in games. Meanwhile, Maxis keeps building, and the community keeps playing. I'm in the EA Creator Network, and leaving now likely means I don't get back in later. Okay, but actually my position is simple. Not because I'm ignoring the buyout, or the $20 billion in debt financing, or the political baggage. I've read the reports. I'm staying because none of that changes the reality of today. The deal isn't closed. Creative teams are still working, and the best way I can support the Sims community right now is by showing up. The common narrative says creators should leave immediately to send a message, and that only works if leaving actually moves the needle. I don't have a massive audience. I feel lucky to have gotten into the program at all, and I doubt I'm impactful enough for a second chance if I walk away today. Programs like this rarely readmit small creators who step out mid-cycle. Meanwhile, there's work that I can do that has real value for you. I'll keep covering new development for The Sims, from patches to packs, and I'll keep sharing game codes with the broader community when I'm given them. That matters if you're on the fence or if you still can't afford new content, but also love the game. Supporting access is not the same as endorsing every corporate decision. It's choosing the players over the panic. Now, here's the part that kills me, the fear-mongering. I'm seeing The Sims' doom takes that could flatten a complex situation. Could things get worse? Yeah. Private ownership plus heavy debt can mean cost-cutting, cancellations, even sell-offs. That's a documented risk. But the plot twist is those same pressures can also force portfolio reshuffles that spin off studios or IP. If the sale closes, Maxis and The Sims could be sold to a different publisher or even set up independently with outside backing. That's not guaranteed, but it's a real path that panic narratives skip. So here's what I think is really happening. The new owners care about cash flows. The Sims is a durable live service with decades of community loyalty. If anything, keeping Maxis stable or selling the brand to a strategic buyer who actually wants to invest can be the financially rational move. Our community's health and visibility make these options more attractive. So my job is to keep that fire lit, keep the player base informed, and keep the conversation grounded. That strengthens the leverage for any future Maxis decision. Can we talk about blame for a second? I don't put this on the Sims team. The developers aren't deciding acquisition terms. They're shipping content and fixing bugs. I'll keep supporting them fiercely in this limbo because silence punishes people building the game, not the boardrooms approving the debt. If the deal falls through, we didn't torch bridges for nothing. If it goes through, we enter next year with momentum, not a crater. And one more thing before you turn the video off, I applaud the creators who've left, truly. Big channels stepping back sends a measurable signal that EA can't ignore. Different creators have different leverage. My path is to keep the community access open, keep codes flowing when possible, and archive every change with receipts. That way, if a sell-off happens or Maxis seeks independence, our community is informed, it's intact, and we're ready to rally. Let's talk about the actual stakes because everyone's repeating the buzzwords. $55 billion, $20 billion debt, goodbye creativity. That's the headline, not the playbook. Leveraged buyouts create pressure to juice cash flow fast. Look at how mega deals and entertainments reshuffle portfolios. Assets with strong communities either get protected and funded, or they get spun to buyers who value them more. And actually, The Sims is a weird outlier in EA's catalog. It's not guns, balls, or cars. It's a decades-long sandbox with user-generated culture. That's scary for financial engineers because it doesn't fit simple sequel math. And that's also its strength. A live game with evergreen DLC, massive mod culture, and steady engagement is exactly the kind of asset you protect or you sell for a premium. Both routes require the community to be healthy, vocal, and visible. Now, here's where panic does damage. Fear spirals. It's over, delete your saves. It makes the data look like decay, not protest. Private owners won't read our feelings. They'll see fewer active players and less spending and label the game as losing value. That's the worst label The Sims could get right now because it lowers its price if a sale or spin-off is on the table. If you want Maxis leverage, you want active players, organized feedback, and receipts that show value, not silence that looks like abandonment. Meanwhile, it feels like everyone's ignored the regulatory timeline. Senators flagged foreign influence and data concerns. That's real, but the process can take months, even a year. During that window, teams keep shipping. If we channel all our energy into doom posting, we starve the developers who need signal right now. What content is landing? What's breaking? What accessibility still needs work? The best argument for keeping Maxis intact or letting it branch off is proof that the creative direction still earns trust and time. And of course, we can't avoid it any longer. Let's talk about AI, because it keeps coming up. This game lives on real stories, weird moments, and care from humans. You can't auto-generate that. Games that leaned too hard on AI or shortcuts, they got called out. They lost trust, and they didn't sell well. If the new owners push AI to cut corners, we can respond in a clear way. We will pay for quality, not filler. That kind of feedback helps set limits for the people making decisions. And y'all, here's the part that kills me. If you don't boycott, you're complicit. Look, I get the urgency, but a strict all or nothing rule doesn't fit everyone. Big creators stepping out create public pressure. Small and mid creators, like me, keeping the lights on creates community and record keeping. Both matter. It's an ecosystem response, not a one size fits all. Let's talk about what we can do. If you're staying, you can spend less. Add packs to your wish list, wait for sales, buy the packs that feel worth it, leave clear notes about bugs and fixes. If you've decided to take a break, you can still check out free updates, support mod creators, and fill out short surveys. Keep the game active without spending. And if you've decided to leave, say why, with simple points and examples. Big, angry posts get ignored. Short, clear asks get read. Let's keep talking about what matters to players. Trust, keeping our data safe, making the game easy to use, and letting people play how they want. These points are simple, strong, and hard to ignore. So, funny story, people once said The Sims 4 would be done by the 4th year, but it wasn't. Updates kept coming, pronouns, build tools, and kits, and the game stayed strong. The same idea is going on here. Big predictions are loud. Steady action is louder. If we keep showing up with clear, kind feedback, The Sims will look strong and worth keeping safe, or ready for a good new home if it's sold. So here's actually what my plan is. And it's boring, but it's boring on purpose, because boring is sustainable. I am staying in the EA Creator Network. I am also building a second lane of content. Life sims, builders, management, cozy games, farming sims. So if you're avoiding EA, you still have a seat here. 2 paths, 1 community. And here's what I see. Some creators want to boycott, and some want to keep making content. We don't need to fight. We can work side by side. When we use different tools at the same time, companies feel both pressure and steady support, and that makes real change more likely. My job is to keep things moving and keep records. Other creators push hard from the outside. Together, we have more power. And to be honest with you, if the sale does go through and Maxis stays in EA, yeah, I might have to reconsider my positions. However, in the meantime, here are small things we all can do. Number 1, send 1 piece of feedback each month. Not every day, not every week, just once a month. Did you find a bug? Did you see something that you just don't feel clicks right? Let them know. Also, try 1 non-Sims game each month so you have other choices. If you're anything like me, you have a long list of games that you bought and haven't played yet. Also, answer 1 community survey every 3 months to share what we want most. The Sims has been very good about connecting with their community, and if you're in their Discord, they're often asking these questions. Once every quarter, once every 3 months. Show up, give them an answer. Games should bring you fun and friends. We keep it that way by being smart, not just reacting fast. I will say my promise again. I will support the Sims team. I will speak to the people I have connections with when I can, and I will keep track of everything. If you need a game that isn't EA tonight, I'll help you find one. If you need to know about a new Sims update tomorrow, I'll help you too. We can do both things at once. So, what are you doing? Let me know in the comments below. Are you staying? Are you pausing? Or are you leaving? I'd love to hear one clear thing that you want fixed, and not, I want EA to not do the buyout. Please give me an actionable thing that maybe the Sims team could take away right now. Also, make sure that you subscribe if you want factual and real Sims news and other game options. Be sure to share this with a friend who feels stuck or worried.